What's up, YouTube? It's Big Ace Films here. I'm at my buddy's house, Jeremy McCann. I went to dive school with him many years ago. He's letting me use his garage and his tools to go ahead and do the, I'm going to do an oil change on a 2006 Kawasaki Vulcan 1500. It shouldn't be that hard. All it is draining the oil out, getting the old oil filter off, and go ahead and plugging it back up and the new oil in and putting a new oil filter on. So we're going to go through the steps and the processes of how to do that, and we're just going to show you guys the best way to do it. Alright, so going down below the motorcycle here, we're going to give you guys a view. We're going to go up underneath the 2006 Kawasaki Vulcan. Underneath here, we got the oil filter right here on the back, easy to get to, easy access. And right off to the side over here, we got the drain plug for the oil. And that's going to release all that fluid and everything that we need to. We got a drain pan. You're going to need a smaller drain pan for this, just because if you get a big one, it's not going to fit underneath the motorcycle. So smaller one is probably going to be more beneficial unless you have a lift. To loosen this up, I'm going to use 11/16. I just loosen this up just a hair so I can get it to where I can spin it. I'm going to get me some paper towels because the oil's still hot. Now when you go ahead and drain oil for any kind of vehicle, for motorcycle, typically if it's cold outside, you want to let the engine run a little bit and get that oil kind of moving in there and get it liquidy, because it's going to be kind of thick coming out. When it's warm, it's going to come out a lot easier. So that being said, if you live in a hot climate like Florida, where I live, it's going to be very, very hot and you're not going to have to worry about that. Now, if you're in Alaska or if you're in Minnesota or somewhere cold like that, you're going to want to let that oil warm up a little bit and run your engine. Yep, just let that all drain out. While you have the drain plug out, it's a good idea to go ahead and check it, make sure that it's not worn at all. So if you go stripping it the next time you can't get it out, that's going to be an issue. So if it's looking stripped, you know you need to replace it, it's probably a good thing to go ahead and get another drain plug for the next time you go ahead and change your oil. You just want to make sure all the little gaskets and the washers that are on there are all set and they're not loose or anything like that as well. So you just want to make sure you give it a good cleaning as well, so it's not going to leak when you're going down the road. So that's pretty much all drained out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and insert that oil plug back in there. Typically the oil filters, you can do it hand tight. I think last time I put this on here I did it hand tight. So if you go ahead and you start moving it, it should still be on there tight enough to where you can use your hand and just loosen it up, which it's working out for me. So when you loosen this up, you want to make sure the oil pan's underneath, so excess oil is going to drip down in there. Alright, so we got the old oil filter, still kind of hot, it's kind of old, whatever. Anyways, we're going to get the new one put on. Once again, we're going to go ahead and hand tighten this. We're not going to cinch it down or clamp it down with anything crazy. I'm going to use the paper towels to help give me a better grip because it's all oily still. Taking off the old one. Okay, so we're getting to the part where we're going to put the new oil in. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys where the new oil is at. So if you look here, real self-explanatory. Oil, nice cap right here. All it does is screw in. This nice, wonderful big piece is still hot from riding it. And then down here, if you can see, there's a high level and a low level. For this motorcycle, we're going to take 3 quarts of oil. I got that wonderful 10W40 motorcycle oil, and we're just going to go ahead and shove 3 of it in. Just sleep in the U-Haul, bro. I was going to sleep in my... Alright, so we already got the oil in there. It took 3 quarts for 2006 Kawasaki Vulcan 1500. So everything's pretty much done. We got the oil filter change, we got the new oil in there, everything's all done. This is a short and simple, easy task, should only take about 10 minutes. If you guys have any questions or anything, go ahead and post in the comments below and I'll get back with you.